special guest in studio, Richard Szerman, joining us.
How you doing?
RichRogs.com. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good.
Good?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Okay. The beard's looking good.
I know.
Am I the only person that comments on your beard?
Obsessively, yes.
Okay.
You seem to be more into it than frankly you should be, but if it makes you happy, I'm worried.
It's a jealousy thing. This is 3 weeks right here.
Well, that's sad. I'm worried if I shave it, you're going to be sad.
Oh, I'll be broken up.
Oh, well, okay.
I'll be broken up.
I'll be sure to tell you first then.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. You doing well?
I'm doing very well.
Doing well? Staying busy?
Well. Yes, very. Actually, since we started doing some stuff on the radio, we've been very, very busy, which is great. So Santa Clarita has responded, and we thank you for that.
Good problem to have.
Fabulous problem to have. We're going to help a lot of people, so we're really proud of that. We got even more people on our rolls now, so that's terrific. So people
you guys are doing some pretty specific stuff, some stuff that not a lot of other people do, not of any people I know of.
Yeah. No, there are 3 things that we do that no one else does. There's the rental rebate program where we give people money to buy a house when they're a renter and they're going to transition to being a homeowner because we believe in home ownership very strongly. So we have a grant program set up for that, and it is a grant program. We give you the money, you don't give it back. We have the.
It's an important distinction to make.
Very important distinction. Yeah, I get that all the time. So you just give away money? Yeah, we're just giving away money. Trust me, it works. The resale renovation program, where we're giving people money to fix up their houses. Again, it's a grant. We fix up their houses to sell them. We don't just fix them up to fix them up. There has been some confusion on that point. Happy to help you out, but the whole idea here is because you're going to sell your house. Although we have had a couple of people who've managed to help out who sort of misunderstood. We got them sorted out anyway. And the third, and kind of the largest, which we get the most response to right now, is the loan modification program, where we're having people come in and we talk to them about their loans and see if we can't get their loan changed, modified to a lower interest rate so they can keep their house.
So the next question I have, I think I've asked you this before, but why would somebody want to modify their loan?
Well, if you have an interest rate that's higher than 4%, we can help you, and that's a nice blanket statement that fits for everybody. But especially if you're in any economic distress, if you're having trouble making your mortgage payment, if the bank is telling you they're going to foreclose on your house, that sort of thing. And to that end, there is one follow-up I'd like to give your listeners. There is a very nice lady who was nice enough to come in. You guys were nice enough to do a story on her, and I very much appreciate it. It's actually on the website. Her last name is Leon. I'll use her name because she uses it in the story. And because KHTS did a story on her, we use that as leverage to get the rat-faced bastards at the bank, and I can call them that because I know them. I don't think you start off life that way, but when you work at a bank long enough, it just happens. But I'm not a fan. Anyway.
You sure?
Well, they're on one side of the fence and I'm on the other. I save people's homes. The division I'm talking to in the bank and asset loss is trying to take their homes. We're at loggerheads.
Oh, okay.
So we have different points of view. But anyway, in her case, she struggled to try to get a loan mod for the better part of 6-7 years. She's got a really, really traumatic, tough story. You can go online and check it out at KHTS.com. It's a heck of a story. But we were able to use, in addition to what we do, we were able to use the fact that KHTS was nice enough to do a story on her to get her loan modification done. We got her trial period in last week, and we saved her house. She is no longer in foreclosure, and it did not cost her a dime. Not to us, not to the bank. I mean, obviously, she has to pay her new mortgage payment when she gets it sorted out. But her new mortgage payment is about half of what the old one was. And
Holy cow.
Yeah, she should be able to afford that, and that includes taxes and insurance, which the other one didn't. So it's actually better than half of what she was paying before. And that'll be able to keep her and her family in their home, which they've been in for, I think, nearly 20 years. So I think that's only right. I mean, the bank has made an awful lot of money on her. They can give a little money back. It'll be all right.
A question I have is, do you have to wait until you have a stressful situation before I get a loan modification?
No, as a matter of fact, please don't. Please come to me as early as possible in the process. Most people wait until they have a notice of default filed or the actual sale date is set, and we can work with those too, and we're happy to, but it is much, much easier and much, much better if we can get into it prior to you starting down that road. Again, if you're already there, that's fine. We're happy to help you, and we're very successful with that too. But if you know a problem is coming, or if you even think a problem is coming, or hell, if you just have an interest rate over 4%, just give us a call. This is not a refinance. This is us getting with your bank and getting them to understand that your economic circumstance warrants them lowering your mortgage payment. Because again, the business model is very simple. 2% of something is still better than 9% of nothing. And sometimes it's hard to get the banks to understand that, but Well, you're not dealing people. Most of the people who work in asset loss, they work there because they could not master the phrase, "Would you like fries with that?" This is not your best and your brightest. Not a whole lot of valedictorians go to work in asset loss for the banks. So sometimes getting to understand a simple concept like getting money from a client is better than not getting money from a client is more difficult than you would think it has to be. The reason I was running a little late this morning, and I apologize for that, was because I was actually on the phone arguing with Bank of America over a client, and the rep at the bank actually told me, and I quote, although I'm under a gag order, but I think I'm going to say it anyway, what she said was that perhaps my client just doesn't deserve their home. Now, they've been in their home for 35 years. This idiot's only had the job for 6 months, so I'm thinking they know more about their house than she does. And I'm not a big fan of her attitude. And we'll get it done. This is with Bank of America. We'll get it done. Unfortunately, the hiring practices that you use in asset loss, you work wherever office space is cheapest. You are not working with the best and the brightest if you're in asset loss. You even have usually the cheapest office equipment. It's even that bad. They have trouble getting pencils down there sometimes because asset loss in most banks do not make the bank money. So why would the bank spend money on it? And if you ask anybody who runs a bank, they will tell you that the crisis is over. It ended a couple of years ago because they got billions of U.S. taxpayer money. So that's probably why they feel that way. But again, I see it every day, and I have hundreds of clients who are in this problem. So I differ. My opinion is somewhat different than theirs. Yeah, but she actually said that she doesn't feel this kid who's maybe 20, 21 years old, has never owned a home in her life, and she's working in asset loss in B of A. I'll be nice enough not to use her name, but she has only been on the job for about 6 months, and she's telling me that my client doesn't deserve their home. I think they do.
Now, needless to say, you can go to richroggs.com, and I can close to guarantee, if you don't mind me saying, Richard Sherman will probably fight for you to keep your home.
Yeah, that's a fair bet. That is absolutely a fair bet. It's extraordinarily frustrating to watch these guys make millions and millions, if not billions of dollars, and not be willing to help the people that they take their money from. You know what I say all the time, we'll wrap up with this, what I say all the time is to the banks is I say, wait a minute, just for a second, just pretend you're not a bank for just a second. Let's say you're, a piano manufacturer. If you made pianos and you had a portion of your company that went around chopping off people's hands, how many piano players would you have left?
Probably not.
And yeah, sometimes, and believe it or not, sometimes they don't even get that sometimes, but yeah, it works.
Richard Sherman, everybody.
Happy to help.
Go to richroggs.com for more information. Richard Sherman, and thank you for stopping by.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And if you want to call me, my phone number is 661-714-1400. That's always the fastest way to get a hold of me, 661-714-1400. And I answer that phone 24 hours a day.
Fantastic.
Thank you.